Today I will teach you about the first chapter of your social science, that is the Earth in the solar system. Okay, so in this chapter basically we will come to know about the Earth, the planets, the 8 planets that is in the solar system, also the sun, the celestial bodies, okay, the satellites, there are 100 satellites in the solar system. We will come to know about that. Okay, so first of all we will start with some basic things. You see, sometimes a question may come in our mind: why can't we count the stars in the sky? Because there are so many in numbers, there are billions and trillions of stars in the sky, such that we are unable to count them. Okay, so you see, the stars are always shining in the sky. So even the moon is also there in the solar system, which is also considered as a satellite. Okay, and you can also see that the moon has got many phases. The moon changes its shape day to day. Okay, in every day its shape little changes takes place. Sometimes we can observe, sometimes we can't. Okay, and you see, we can only see the full moon only during the time of Purnima, which we consider in our mother tongue as Amavasya also. Okay, that is a full moon night. Okay, and there is another question that may come to your mind, is that why can't we see the things that appears in the night sky in the morning? So these stars, then the moon, they always be in the night sky. So why can't we see in the morning? So some question may come in your mind. Okay, so the thing is, the sun is there. So the sun, it produces heat and light, and this sun's heat is so means it is so much, and the light it produces, it is so shiny that our eyes couldn't see the stars, the moon in the morning sky. Okay, this because of the light of the sun, because it is so powerful, it is so shiny, and because of that it's get covered up. Okay, so you see, now one more thing we need to know, that what are celestial bodies and heavenly bodies. Have you heard about this name, celestial bodies and heavenly bodies? So we need to know what is celestial bodies. So celestial bodies and heavenly bodies, basically they are the same thing. The sun, the planets and the moon, these are all considered as celestial bodies or heavenly bodies. Okay, and these planets, these are all made up of gases, they are made up of rocks, and some planets, each planet have their own heat. They are made up of rocks also, but each planet doesn't have their own lights. Okay, and the sun that is in our solar system, it is also considered as a star. Okay, it's also considered as a star, and all objects appearing in our space can be considered together as a universe. So you see, so there are many things that appears in our sky. So there are sun, there are stars, there are celestial bodies, and there are satellites, there is then there are meteors, there are asteroids, there are comets, many other things are there. There are smoke, dust particle, each and everything, they all come together and they form the universe. Okay, which is very large. So what is solar system we come to know about. We need to know the sun, along with the 8 planets, the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, along with these 8 planets, they comprise the solar system. Okay, and there are some celestial bodies as asteroids and meteors also. These are also considered as celestial bodies, and they are also within the solar system only. Okay, the solar system, it is also a part of the Milky Way galaxy. So you need to know the Milky Way galaxy, if you have heard about, which is also known as the Akash Ganga. So it is a part of the solar system, and the one basic thing, that the sun is considered as the head of the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so now we will know about the sun. So what is the sun about? The sun is a huge ball of fire. You can consider the sun as a huge ball of fire, which is the center of the solar system. Okay, the sun is the center planet of the solar system, which is made up of hot gases. So basically we know that the sun is usually made up of hot gases, helium gas. Okay, the main source of the sun is to produce heat and light. You see, the sun always produces heat and light. That heat and light only we, the people of Earth, we get. Okay, so there is life in our planet Earth. Okay, so life is possible. The basic means important thing for the people of Earth is the sun's light and heat. Okay, it plays a major role, and about that. So now we need to know that what is the distance from the Earth to the sun. So it is almost about 150 million kilometer away, and the temperature of the sun means the surface area, means the surface of the sun, the temperature is so high there, it is almost about 6000 degrees Celsius on the surface area of the sun. The temperature of the sun is so high there. Okay, Now we need to also know that the planets do not have their own light. Okay, so each planet, you see, there are many planets in the solar system. They do not have their own light. They get the light from the sun. Even the moon also, which is considered as a satellite in our solar system, it also doesn't have their own light. Its own light. Okay, it gets the light from the sun. So all one basic thing you need to know that we always say as general that all planets are round in shape. No, planets are not round in shape. They are spherical in shape. Spherical means they are three-dimensional structure. We can be seen from each and every sides. Okay, so there is one thing that all the planets in our solar system, they always make their rotation on their axis and they make revolution around the sun. Each and every planet. Okay, they move around the axis also, and even they move around the earth the sun also, each and every planets. And when they move around the sun, it is considered as revolution, and when they move around their own axis, it is considered as a rotation. Okay, now we need to know that there are the rotation that the planets make on its axis, it is always from west to east. Okay, from the west direction to the east direction. Okay, now second thing we need to know that all planets, they complete their own revolution or rotation on their own axis only. And you know, there is one line, there is an imaginary line which is being imagined by the scientists, that is considered as the orbit. Okay, that line doesn't exist. It is always imaginary. Okay, for our basic knowledge, we need to know that these lines are all imaginary. Most people think that these lines are almost there present in the solar system, but it is not. Okay. It is also being told that, you see, along with the 8 planets which is there in the solar system, there was another planet that's the name of the planet is Pluto, which is now considered as a dwarf planet. According to 2006, the scientists, they have started considering this planet as a dwarf planet. Dwarf planet means a small planet. Okay. Next, we need to come to know about the planet Earth. Okay. So you see, Earth is such a planet in the solar system that bears life. Most of us, we are very known to this fact. And next thing is that the Earth, after the Sun, the Earth is the third nearest planet to the Sun, and it is the 5th largest planet in the solar system. Okay, the Earth comprises of life. There are animals, plants, human beings. Okay, there is availability of food, water, many things on Earth. So another thing, when we talk about water, the question may come, then why is Earth considered as a blue planet? Okay, so why Earth, you see, in most of the area of the Earth, among the 4 parts of if we divide the Earth into 4 parts, and you can find that 3 part of the Earth is covered with water and 1 part is covered by land. Okay, so that's why when we scientists, they take any sort of picture of the Earth from the solar system, they can always find that the water portions exist more, and as it is more in number, so we can see the Earth in bluish in color. That is why the Earth is considered as a blue planet. Okay, so as Venus is also considered as a red planet, so Earth is also considered as a blue planet. Okay, so you see, Earth has got one satellite, that is the moon, which is a source of light also. Moon provide us with light. Okay. Next, we also need to know that there are 100 satellites on our solar system. You know that there are 100 satellites, but each satellite, they do not have their own light in here. Each of the satellite, there are many planets. Only Mercury and Venus, they do not have satellites. Every planet have got their own satellites. Earth has got one. There are some planets which has got more than one. Okay, but they do not have their own light. Even the moon also, it gets the light from the sun basically. And the satellites also, they also make the rotation around their planets from west to east direction. We need to know. You know, the moon is the satellite of the Earth, and it is almost 3,84,000 kilometers away from the Earth. And the diameter of the moon is 3,480 kilometers. Diameter, you know, now when we draw a circle, suppose if we divide the circle into 2 parts, that the line that will pass through the middle of the circle, the line is called the diameter, and it is almost 3,480 kilometer, the diameter of the moon. Okay, this is being told. Next, we need to know about the different planets of the solar system. Okay, so there are many planets in our solar system. The first, we shall start with the planet Mercury. So you see, this planet is the nearest to the sun. Okay, and the temperature of this planet is also very high, as it is closest to the sun. Okay, this planet has got no satellites. Okay, second planet we will come to know, that is the planet which is also considered as a red planet. So this planet, the name Venus of this planet has been taken from the Roman god of love and beauty. The Roman god of love and beauty, from his name, this planet name is being given, Venus. Okay, and it has got no satellites. and it is the second planet, nearest planet to the sun. Next planet we come to the Mars. Okay, Mars planet is also considered as a red planet, which is half of the size of the Earth. Okay, and this planet is named after the Roman god of war. The Roman god of war is also after his name or her name is this name of this planet is being given, that is the Mars, and it has 2 satellites. Mars has got 2 satellites. Next planet, the largest planet in the solar system we will know about, that is the Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and it is known for its 39 satellites. There are 39 satellites, means 39 moons are there in the planet Jupiter. Okay, and it is named after the ruler of the Roman god, and that planet's name, the Jupiter name, has been taken from the ruler of the Roman gods. Okay, next planet is Saturn. The planet Saturn is the planet is named after Jupiter's father according to Roman mythology. So Jupiter we came to know the ruler of the Roman god. Okay, so this Saturn is named after Jupiter's father. Jupiter, the Roman ruler's father's name, is being given as Saturn. Okay, according to Roman mythology, and it is being also told that there are 32 known satellites. According to NASA, the famous scientist group of our Earth, we came to know that there are 32 satellites in the planet Saturn. Next planet we come to know, it is about Uranus. So Uranus, the Greek god of sky. The Greek god of sky is after this his or her name, this planet name Uranus is being given, and there are 21 known satellites according to NASA in the planet Uranus. Next planet is about the planet Neptune. So Neptune planet, it is the coldest planet. Okay, according after Pluto, this is it's also considered as the coldest planet. And this planet, this Neptune planet, it is also considered coldest planet, and also this planet has got 8 satellites. Okay, this planet has got only 8 satellites, and according to us now, along with the 8 planets and the sun, this Neptune is the farthest planet in the solar system. Okay, now we will come to know about constellation. What constellation basically is. So constellation means group of stars. So you can mostly observe, when you go out and you observe in the sky, you can find that there are numerous stars, there are billions, there are trillions of stars, and each star shines. Okay, and each star is so big, it is made up of rocks, it is made up of gases. You know, even in the solar system also, in the sky, there are gases, there are dust particles, there are clouds in the solar system. Okay, in the universe also. And even you see, stars means they are really very big in number. Very big in size, and there are many in numbers. Okay, second thing is also being told that stars, among these stars there are 7 stars known as the Saptarishi. Have you heard about these stars? So Saptarishi is that star. It comprises of 7 stars. Okay, and it is being named after 7 sages. Sages means munis. Okay, and this star is most easily recognizable because they are so bright, it can be easily recognized. And you can also see that there are so many stars in the solar system. Sometimes you can make different structures. You can make a structure of a hammer, sometimes you can make a structure of a man, you can even make some structure of a plow. If you imagine, you can make different shapes by the stars. Okay, as you will grow bigger, you will come to know in your general science that stars also make shapes. Okay, and Saptarishi, it is the most easily recognizable star, and it is being named after 7 sages. 7 sages, that's why Saptarishi. Okay, and you need to also know that about the galaxy. So you know, we just a little bit earlier I have told about that the Milky Way galaxy. We all live in the Milky Way galaxy, and the sun is the central planet, means it is considered as the head of the Milky Way. And not only the Milky Way is such large that there are many more galaxies in this universe. Okay, and you can also imagine that if the Milky Way galaxy is so large, and it comprises of so many stars, and there are more than millions and billions of galaxies such like the Milky Way. So just imagine how vast and how big our universe is. Okay, and still the NASA scientist group are still there studying, and they are the continuous research is being going on to know how much big is our universe and what is the size. It is so vast. They are trying to know, but they are completely unsuccessful because the size of the universe is always extending. It is not extending, means it is, as they come to know more, it extends more. Okay, that is all about the planet. And you need to know that that universe, and that is very large. It is very large. Okay, it comprises of not one galaxy, but there are millions and trillions of galaxies here. Okay, thank you.